Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. So let's get right into your twin flame reading. Let's start off with a channeled message from your twin flame. And also please be advised that there are a number of imposter accounts. These accounts may be following you. So if any account reaches out to you asking or initiating contact, asking if you want a reading, please know that that's not me. Please know that I don't do that. I will always wait for you to initiate contact with me to book a reading. So let's see what your twin flame is saying. What is the channeled message from your twin flame? Okay. We have the King of Cups. Lighting. And we have the Page of Wands. And we have the Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay. So these are the words from your twin flame. I'm holding your heart in my hands because it's very precious to me. The love that I have for you is very sacred. So I'm keeping it close to my chest and I'm not really discussing it openly because I know it's very fragile, it's very delicate. And every day I'm feeling your heart. I'm feeling this love that's growing every day. And it's like I'm reawakening to our connection. I'm reawakening to the feelings that I've had for you this whole time, but I've just been suppressing them or avoiding them. So I'm reawakening to these feelings of love for you. And all I want is a brand new beginning for us. If I could start over, start brand new with you, that's what I would want. And so I'm keeping your heart close to me because I don't want to break your heart anymore. I want you to feel safe this time. And I'm feeling all of this passion. I'm feeling this passion for you, like I want to express myself intimately with you because this is something that I've also been suppressing, and it's kind of also awakening in me. So not just this love that is reawakening, but my physical desires are reawakening for you. Say hi, bestie. I'm doing a reading right now. Can you stay there? Okay, he's gonna chill on the sofa. Good. Good boy. Good boy. I want to be the partner that you need. I want to experience this love and this attraction and this desire that I've been suppressing for a long time. And I know that in the past, we've had our conflicts, we've had our ups and downs, but that's really why I want this new beginning with us. And I really feel with this new beginning that we can both kind of let go of the situations and the people that we were just distracting ourselves with. Because this is the love that has endured over years. It's endured over a long period of time. This love that you and I have had for each other has been going on for years and decades and millennia. So anyone else that has kind of entered into our lives was there to test our love. And what I found out is that even though people come into my life or leave, that our love is always the one that just has been constant. So I want you to know that I am on my way home. My ship is sailing towards you. So I feel like we are both preparing ourselves. That's why there is this time in between, so that we could prepare ourselves for a long-lasting, harmonious union. Because there is so much love in our connection, and no one else can touch it. Not any new people, not any people from the past. This twin flame connection, you and I have known that it's been us this whole time. So I'm reminding you of that, because whatever is going on in my life is merely a distraction. You are my home. You are my true north. And nothing and no one could ever change that. So I know that our time is close. I can feel it. So I'm preparing myself, and I really hope that you're as excited as I am for what the future holds, because I'm creating the life that I've always wanted. And so that's what I'm focusing on. And you are a part of that. You are a part of my future. And time or distance cannot interfere. People may try to interfere in our connection, but you and I know that nothing can come between us. So I'm trusting in this love that we have, and I know that you're trusting it as well. I can feel your excitement. I can feel that you're missing me as much as I miss you. So even if we have distractions in our lives, even if we have other people that, you know, soulmates or karmics, that our connection is what's real. Everything else is just a distraction. It's just to test our love. And what I know is that new people may come into my life, but it never changes the way I feel for you, because you are my twin flame. And so I'm so thankful that what we have can never be destroyed. So that is their message for you. I love it. I'll just leave these here. So let's continue on and see where you are at. Where are you at on the journey? Can we please gain insight? There's Bestie. Can we please gain insight into where are you at? Where are you at on the journey? Let's see what that was. Six of Cups has to do with the past. Ten of Swords. Really, guys? What's going on? The Strength card. And we have the High Priestess. So you're getting a lot of insight about your connection. I feel like the universe is revealing to you what's really going on. Maybe there's like some blockages in the throat chakra. And it's causing you to have a deeper awakening to who you are in the world, who you're meant to be. And a lot of pain or anger is resurfacing. It's like you're still being triggered. I can relate, I know. Sorry, I have an itch. So you're being re-triggered by old emotions from the past. And it's having you, like, it's strengthening you, is what I'm hearing. These emotions are coming up. They're re-triggering you so that you can step into your power and step into your strength. But I feel like you're really seeing the truth of the matter. Even if it's, you know, realizing that you and your twin flame love each other so much, even if you're like, no, I don't want to think about that right now. The universe is reawakening these emotions in you, in both of you, because the universe is trying to bring twin flames together. I think I have to sneeze. So with the Ten of Swords, your old feelings again of betrayal, of your twin flame not being there for you or not choosing you. It's like all of these emotions are coming up again so that you can let them go and step back into your power. Sorry, my daughter's just messaging me. So it's not easy for you because these emotions that are coming up are causing you to maybe feel a bit confused, because they're making you want your twin flame more. It's like missing your twin flame, but the situation still looks the same. So you're like, why am I feeling this way? But like it seems like nothing's changed. So this is part of the process of stepping into your power so that you can let go of the pain, of the disappointment, of the anger, resentment, jealousy, envy. It's like the universe is digging up every last ounce of those heavy emotions. because you're getting these downloads of energy, and that energy can only enter in our being when there's room. And when there's no room, what it does is that it pushes out everything that doesn't belong there. So all these old emotions, 10 of Swords, feeling guilt, feeling disappointed. There's no room in your vessel for these energies. So as you're getting this download, this pouring of cosmic energy, cosmic love, it's pushing out everything that doesn't belong there. So it's causing you to, what it is, it's strengthening you, even though you don't realize it. The whole process is actually to strengthen you to become an even stronger warrior of love, to hold more, a higher frequency that the planet needs right now. So it may feel really challenging and really difficult, and these emotions are not comfortable. But again, it's part of the process. It's part of our need to purge from within the energies and emotions that no longer serve us, but also we're helping to purge the planet. So it really is like, you're like these diamonds in the rough, and with the heat and pressure of this cosmic energy, cosmic love, it's forming you into an indestructible diamond, because that's who you truly are. So it hasn't been easy for you, and when it comes to your connection, it's like you feel like you're being pulled back into it, into the old, like you wanting to be with them, wanting to give them another chance, feeling like it's that same old pattern. But you are different. It seems like it feels familiar, but you are in this high priestess energy that is protecting you, and at the same time opening up that wisdom within you to see the truth of your connection, that the connection was never meant to harm you, it was never meant to hurt you, it was meant to open you up to love. Because in the past, we weren't open to love. We didn't know how. And through our twin flame connection is how we are opening to this love that is streaming in from the universe. So again, it doesn't feel like, it feels difficult because you are in a process of becoming a diamond. And so you have to go through that pressure, you have to go through that heat. So it's very natural, and it's causing even more confusion, because you're like, well, I was in control of everything, and now all these emotions are coming up, causing confusion. So not to worry, because of the Strength card, the energies will settle within you, and you will begin to trust your intuition and your inner guidance. So I want to say it's been quite challenging, but again, it's strengthening you so that you're going to get to a point where, like, you have so much clarity that that nothing can really phase you. I mean, to be triggered will still happen. It's normal to be triggered. But the recovery time is like quicker. And you'll get into balance quicker. So you're seeing what's going on. You're seeing the truth. And this connection for you is undeniable. And so what I'm seeing here is that you're developing what we needed at the beginning, which at the beginning, twin flames have zero patience. Twin flames meet and they want to just be like, boom, like union. But it never really happens that way. In all my experience of twin flames, in all my readings, it's very rare where twin flames meet and they maintain union. For twin flames that have stayed in union, it's because they operate at a very high frequency because they've done the inner work. So they're able to sustain union. Because sometimes our physical bodies can't even sustain union because of the intensity. So if we aren't on track with our health, it causes twin flames to go into separation so that you can build up your strength, your stamina, to withstand such high vibration. So I want to say that you're also, I'm getting like you're wanting to isolate yourself is what I'm picking up. So even if you're in a connection with a soulmate or with a karmic, or if you have people around you, you're kind of going into isolation mode because there's a part of your old self that is cutting ties with energies that maybe take focus away from you. So even if it's like, best friends or, socializing, like you're wanting to isolate more because you are in preparation for union with your twin flame. So this is very natural, wanting to just spend more time alone. It's really, you're honing in on your own energy, on your own vibration, so that you get to know what it feels like to be you without the influence of others around you. Because it's going to be very crucial during union that you have a strong sense of self, because that's why twin flames go into separation, because they don't have a strong sense of who they are yet. So separation happens so that both twin flames can figure out who they truly are. I don't know if this top was a good idea. I'm just gonna do this. What was I saying? Yeah, if you don't have really a strong sense of self, when you're in union, you lose yourself because you don't have a strong sense of who you are. So spending time by yourself helps you really get a strong sense of who you are and what you want and what's important to you, so that when you come into union, you're not taking on each other's like identities. Going into union, like, this is who I am, and I'm not going to lose myself and my sense of self when I'm in union with my twin flame. So this time is very important for you to to gain that strong sense of who you are. And that's for both of you. Both you and your twin flame have to really know who you are, what you stand for, what your mission is, what your contribution is to the world. And nothing should be able to phase you. Like nothing should be able to derail you or detract you or distract you from that. No one. Because sometimes that's why people come into your life, to help you establish, this is who I am, and this is what I want, and this is the path for me. So people come into your lives in and out so that you can realize and get back on track for your higher self and for your twin flame union. So, because there is always a desire for union, union is always on the table. But I will say this. If one twin flame or both twin flames are not consciously choosing union, physical union, that's okay. Maybe it's not the right time yet. But for a lot of twin flames that I see that are in union now, more and more are coming into union. So be ready, because when you least expect it, that's when it happens. So although it may feel difficult, you're at a really good place. This, to me, shows that there is development, there is growth for you, and that's growth on the inside. And you know that there's growth when you see growth outside of you. Even if it's not your own, when you're witnessing growth in maybe someone else's life, or when you see growth happening around you at your workplace, in your business, in your community, in the world, it's a reflection of your inner growth. So it is happening. It is happening. Things are moving forward for you. So you're in a really great place. It may have not felt that great, but it is good in terms of what you really want. And if union is what you want, then yes, the universe wants that for you. But the reason why twin flames may not choose it right now is because they're still figuring out who they are. It took me over the last, I want to say at least like 6 to 7 years, maybe even longer, maybe 8 years, that I was kind of drifting. I didn't really have a strong sense of who I was, what I was meant to do, and what I wanted for myself. I was kind of just like a drifter, just going wherever the wind would take me, whatever would tickle my fancy. But I wasn't completely sure of who I was. So the reason why you're on separation is so both you and your twin flame can figure that out. And the situations that you're in are helping you to determine, but also remember, because your higher self knows who you are. You just may have been distracted by your 3D self, that you couldn't remember who you are or what you truly want. So when you know who you are, the twin flame connection becomes even more like you want it even more, because you're aligning with who you truly are, and union is a part of who you are. Being in union with your true counterpart becomes stronger, because you have a stronger sense of who you are. So that is amazing. Even though it may not feel amazing every day, you may be experiencing a lot of emotions and old stuff and being triggered, and it's just all the old stuff, the toxic stuff that is being brought up to the surface and pushed out so that we can have these downloads of light and love. So that's where you are at. So that is amazing. Let's continue on and see where your twin flame is at on the journey. Can we please gain insight into where your twin flame is at on the journey? I was just making sure that this is recording. Yeah, the worst thing is like you're having this reading, you're saying all this great stuff, and then you realize it's not even recording. I have to make sure. Where's your twin flame at on the journey? The Emperor. Okay, so we have the Star card. This came out last week, I believe. Yeah, this is one of my favorite cards. Queen of Swords. This came out too, I think. Yeah, it did. And then we have the World. Pretty sure. The World card. Oh no, sorry, this is the Wheel of Fortune. That happens when I don't have my glasses on. Okay. So they're in a space of transformation. And I'm seeing like magical. They're experiencing magic. And you're like, hey, I want to experience some of this magic. Where's my magic? Let's see, like they're going through some magical transformation. So even though it seems all pretty and sounds pretty, doesn't mean that that's exactly what they're going through. Because I feel like with the Queen of Swords, they have to cut through a lot to get to the truth. So that does mean that they're experiencing kind of the same feelings that you are. But they're coming out on top. So they're realizing what is not good for them and they're cutting it out. Whether that's addictions, any type of codependency, any untruths. The universe is really working with them and almost like making sure that they have a win along the way so as not to dissuade them, or so it's like to encourage them to keep moving forward. The universe is giving them these wins. So despite them having these wins, which is excellent, because then that helps them move forward in their lives, is also these feelings of like they're being challenged. So they are being challenged. They are also being called out on their BS. Ooh, that's interesting. But in a sense, we all are. Because the energies on the planet do not allow anymore for... I can't think of any other word other than fake. Whatever is fake is being called out. And if you can like... If you can admit it, if you can take it on and be like, yeah, okay, then that's what the universe wants. And I feel like that's what the universe wants for your twin flame, that when they're being called out, and I don't mean to say he, it's he, she, or they. If they are being called out, the universe is saying, well, own it, and then so we can move forward. So that's why the universe is giving them some wins so that they can admit when they're being called out on what they've done, how they were being. Because I want to say that you have gone through this already as well. You've gone through this. And so now it's their turn. Like the universe was calling you out on stuff, making you face stuff. It's this self-awareness that it's like, I don't want to know. I don't want to see how I was being. But the universe holds up this mirror. So you've gone through this. And now your twin flame is going through this. They're being called out, and all the BS is being cut away. So everything, all the truths are coming to the surface for your twin flame and whatever situation they're in. Like some tough truths. That's why the universe is kind of sprinkling in some magic and some wins. Some of their, wishes, goals, windfall, success, they are getting that. I don't know why the universe is like babying them, but it's like to soften the blow. Because if they're not getting the lesson, the universe is like, well, we have to get them to see somehow. And we usually pay attention when not so great things happen, but not all the time. Because when not so great things happen, we tend to spiral into thinking about more not so great things happening. Is that making sense? But so when the universe is showing your twin flame that there are some wins and some good things, then they're more able to have motivation to keep going, to keep looking and seeing the BS in their lives. So the BS that they're creating, the BS that it maybe is around them or their situation. Yeah, so the universe is helping them see the truth of how they were being. And that's why they're so drawn back to love. Because as they shed all of this stuff that isn't really them, they're coming back into their true nature of who they are, which is love. And of course, that magnetizes love to them. So they're magnetizing you. They're pulling you back in. So I want to say that good things are happening for them, but they're still not having an easy time. Like the universe is not just like rewarding them while they're not getting the lesson. Like they're getting the lesson and they're being rewarded at the same time to like coax them or encourage them to keep going, to keep moving forward, to keep having the courage to move out of their comfort zone. So the universe is like, okay, let's allow these experiences that are positive so that there'll be more forward movement. So this is amazing. But what I am picking up is that it hasn't been easy for either of you. It seems like you've been having the more difficult challenges. But regardless, like you're both going through like stuff emotionally. So at least you're not alone in that sense. Like you're not the only one. They're going through this emotional stuff too. But the universe is like holding their hand so that they'll keep moving forward. So that's why you're sensing them like coming back. And for a lot of you that have messaged me, there is a lot of forward movement. And I'm like just so happy when I get these messages because it is just confirming the energies of the Twin Flame Collective that twin flames, if they're not already in union, are coming into union. So that is amazing. Whether you're on board for that or not, you know, you do in the end have a say. Of course, you have a choice. But I think in last week's reading, I was saying like your mind is choosing like on the fence, but your heart is all about union. And what these times are for is really to merge the heart and the mind, to be like this, the new wisdom is heart and mind working together. So that's what this whole process has been for you and for your twin flame, is to merge both. And when we merge both the heart and mind, it's like the merging of twin flames. So when you can merge your head, your thoughts, with your emotions, with your heart, following your heart, that is helping you also to come into inner union, which is most important. Inner union for you, and then coming into outer union with your twin flame. So this is all very amazing. It's so very exciting because I feel like on their end, whenever they have these wins, whenever good things happen, they want to like run to you and they want to share what's been happening, or they want to celebrate with you, or yeah, like just they want to run to you and open up or tell you that they love you. So this is amazing. So anything that is, I don't really want to say the word false or fake, but whatever is not in truth for your twin flame and for you is falling away. That's just what's happening on an energetic level. Whatever is not meant for you is falling away from your life. So if you notice that, if you notice people falling away from your life, or situations falling away, or just like you're feeling like things are different, it's because that is what is meant to happen for all of us to move forward and for the planet to ascend. Like we no longer have all this time and energy to entertain so many things. The universe is making us hone in on what our purpose is and to focus on that. And then the byproduct of that is union, because union, twin flames can work together. And then, you know, you're a power couple because you're both working for the same upliftment of the planet. So if you find yourself in that category, then that's amazing. Lots of forward movement. If you're not finding yourself in the situation, then there's just more time that is needed for development, for either you or your twin flame, or for both. So yeah, so it's still amazing. You're still on track if that's what you desire. This time is about, again, merging the head and the heart. The universe is creating situations. You're creating situations so that you can merge your head and your heart. So that's cool. I love it. But I know if it hasn't been feeling good, yeah, this is why. Because it really is good. When it feels like not that great, that's when you know development is happening. So it's happening. It's happening for us. Okay, and I also have to announce the winner for the pick a card reading that will happen at the end of this reading. So what's next? What is next? Let's see what the shadow aspect of your connection is. Is that what's next? Yeah, the shadow aspect of your connection. Shadow aspect of your connection. Judgment. 5 of Pentacles, yeah. And 8 of Pentacles. So the shadow aspect of your connection is the feelings of rejection that you're having. You're deeming them as real. You're deeming, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's like you feel rejected and you're like, okay, feelings of rejection, that's the truth. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. It's not the truth whatsoever. You're feeling rejected. You're feeling left out in the cold, but that is not, that's not the truth. You think it's the truth. You feel it's the truth, but it's not the truth. So don't take it as like every time you feel rejected, whenever you feel rejected, it's a trigger because it's triggering a memory that you've had, not only from your childhood, but from your past lives. So when you realize that it's just a pattern, that the reason why you're feeling rejected is because it created such a strong it had such an impact on you that it just is a pattern. So it's like you're just replaying the pattern over and over again because it impacted you so much. So it's bound to happen. So know that, okay, this is just a pattern. This is a repeat of the past because it hurt. And we remember the pain. And then we just think that it's real. But it's just a pattern. It doesn't mean that it's the truth of who and what you are. It doesn't mean that you're rejected and then that's what you identify with. No, it was our experience, but it's not who we are. Because the truth is that you are perfect, whole, complete, lovable, beautiful in every possible way. But the experience of being rejected said otherwise. But it was just an experience, and it's just pattern that is repeating because it's so deep-seated in our memory of who we are that we think that that's who we are. But it's just playing out because it's a pattern. When you recognize it, that's huge. So when you're feeling rejected by your twin flame or by anyone, because I find this happens even outside of a twin flame connection, you could feel rejected at work, in your community, in your social group. Rejection comes up a lot, but we just don't really notice it until we feel it from our twin flame. So whenever you're feeling rejected, you can say to yourself, this is a pattern of what happened to me when I was a child. But it doesn't mean that I'm not lovable. It doesn't mean that I'm not amazing. It's just a pattern that's playing out. It's like a glitch in the matrix, and it's just like happening again and again, but it's not actually real. It doesn't define who you are just because it seems like you're being rejected all the time. In truth, it's us rejecting ourselves, and the situation is mirroring that. That's going really deep, but that's basically what it really is. you've associated yourself with rejection, that you create it. You keep creating it because the energy is still within you. But every time you realize it's just a pattern, you're releasing it. So when you get rejected, you're like, okay, it stung for a bit. I got triggered, but that's not the truth. Because the truth is, there's only love. There's only unconditional love. Everything else is illusion. So it's always about getting back to that. And it does take so much effort. It takes so much effort to think that way when you're being triggered. But it does get easier. And I know because I go through it all the time. It does get easier. It's like a muscle. The more you recognize a pattern, even if you're deep in it and you're feeling it, you know what's going on because of the High Priestess card. You can be in the depths of your emotion and rejection and despair. But there's that part of you, that wisdom that says, okay, this is really what's happening. You know it, but you're still choosing to spiral down. It's okay. So, yeah, recognize the pattern because you're not seeing the pattern. So that's coming up in the shadow side of your connection. Your twin flame is continuously triggering your rejection response so that you can stop. So you can stop the pattern. You can break the cycle. You can interrupt the pattern so that it doesn't have power over you. Because rejection is having power over you. It's like taking your energy away because you're feeling rejected. And yeah, we all know it's the worst feeling in the world. The worst kind of rejection is feeling rejected by your twin flame. But that's why. It's so that we can interrupt the pattern, break the cycle, realize that it's not true. It's just a pattern. It's just a program that is on repeat, that is on loop. And we buy into it every time. The universe is saying, stop buying into it. It's just a pattern. It's just a program. It's not who you are. Because the universe doesn't reject us. We reject ourselves. So the universe is like, wake up. Rejection is not truth. Unconditional love is the truth. Because the universe loves you unconditionally. So, judgment, I feel like this is like judging your twin flame. As much as you love them, or as much as you deny the connection or deny the love, you're judging your twin flame. It's also a program. We are taught this from a very young age. It's almost like, because we're taught good and bad, right and wrong. This is conditioned in our brain from a very young age. So we look at people and we judge because that's what we're conditioned to do. That was our programming. We were taught that this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong. So forever, we're doing that with our twin flame, judging them constantly. So the universe is saying, when there's judgment, there's no room for unconditional love. Or unconditional love is rooting that out. So judging only means that what you dislike in another is really something that is within yourself that you don't know that is there. So if we're judging our twin flame saying that they are non-committal, we're judging them in a negative way because there's something within us that is the same, that is non-committal. Even to the smallest like thing that you don't realize, like sticking to something. Or like, nah, I'm gonna not stick to it this time and I'll get back to it later on. It's the same kind of thing, but we don't see it as non-committal, but we can judge our twin flame and say they're non-committal. So that's what the universe is really bringing to light. Again, it's not that it's right or wrong, it's just that it impedes, if that's the right word, the flow of unconditional love. So unconditional love can't flow when there's judgment, when there's rejection. And the Eight of Pentacles is, I want to say, like, not realizing that everything that is happening and that you're working on for yourself is for union. I think I mentioned this. I don't know if it was last week. But everything that you're working on, it may seem completely unrelated. But once you come into union, you'll be like, okay, I developed this skill because my twin flame and I are working on a project together. Something like that. So, because you're really in preparation. So even if there's some tasks that you don't really enjoy, it's because it is preparing you for what's to come. And even if it is not union yet, it's preparing you for a promotion, a new job, a career change, to further develop your career. So I want to say that this also has to do with working in partnership, even though you feel like you're doing it alone. You and your twin flame are working in partnership. Even if it seems like you're living completely separate lives, you are working in partnership for the same end goal of unconditional love, peace, harmony, and however way you chose to do that is what you're both doing now. So yeah, this was really just to bring to light what we may not see is happening in the connection. So that is what's in the shadow side. Let's see what, let's get some more guidance for you. More guidance for your twin flame connection. More guidance for your twin flame connection. We have the moon. We have the Hanged Man. And we have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords. So I want to say that a lot is coming up for you, the universe is saying. This clarity that the universe is opening you up to is helping you to overcome your insecurities and your doubt. The universe is helping to reveal who you truly are. So through this process, through everything that you're going through, you're discovering how amazing you are. You're discovering your superpower. You're discovering how good you are at something. You're discovering your true value, not by what others deem as you being valuable, but what you acknowledge as valuable, because you maybe you never realized the value that you bring just for being alive. But now you are. You're coming to understanding and seeing how valuable you are. So the universe is shedding light on things that maybe you're really good at. So the universe is maybe giving you opportunity to express these gifts, talents, to help you step back into your power, to help you step back into feeling confident. So I love this because it's like you're awakening to your superpowers. And it's really weird because things that you would never think that is your superpower is. Like when I was a kid, I was fascinated by playing cards. I always wanted to play card games, anything that had to do with cards, you know, like playing cards. I was fascinated. And I didn't know back then that I would end up doing card readings. And so it's like something that you wouldn't even think of significant in the past, all of a sudden you've grown into, because it's a part of your gift that you're meant to share. So even me being very intuitive or empathic as a child, I just thought everyone was empathic, that everyone could, like, you can pick up information from emotion. And I would just look at my parents and I knew what they were feeling, I knew what they were thinking. Even if I couldn't really understand what they were saying, I knew what was going on. So that empathic gift became more developed as I got older. That allowed me to use this gift to help others. Well, to help myself, but it's kind of easier for me to use it to help others because you know, it's like they say, it's like, you know, like if you're a hairdresser, you could be an amazing hairdresser and do other people's hair, but it's hard to do your own. So that's like how it is for me. It's hard for me to use my own gifts for me, but it's easier for me to support others with my gifts. So gonna get back to it. It's the universe is revealing to you what gifts you have that you're meant to share with others. Because I feel like the universe is saying this is part of what your work is to do right now in preparation for union. You haven't fully realized your superpowers yet. Wouldn't it be great if it was like making money? That should be an awesome superpower that you can transfer to others. Like, oh, you want to have that superpower? Boop, there you go. But yeah, like this is looking really exciting because stuff that like is just gonna come to light. You're gonna be like, oh, so that's why I was good at writing, or I liked reading books, whatever, because you're gonna be this famous writer one day, or you are, and you're going to come to realize that. So it's like a very magical time. Things are going to be revealed to you about you. This is not so much about your twin flame. The universe is taking the focus, your focus, off your twin flame, putting it on you to be like, look how amazing you are. Look at all these gifts and talents that you have, that you were just sitting on, that you weren't sharing with anyone. Look how awesome they are. Look how valuable they are. That's what the universe is doing right now. So enjoy it, because you're gonna have all these amazing superpowers to use. Because the great thing about superpower is that the more you help others, the more you're showered with abundance. So you help people and it comes back to you 100-fold. So that's why I feel like when they say life purpose, life mission, it really is about finding and honing, like Eight of Pentacles, honing your gifts, talents to become superpowers so that you can share them with the world, because the world needs it. The world needs your specific honed skills, superpowers to benefit from. So the world's waiting. The world's like, you know, you've had all this time, you know, we would like to partake in some of your gifts that we need. So if you're kind of stumbling on them right now, the universe is really giving you the opportunity or showing you opportunities where you can bring them more to light. So that's exciting. It kind of makes you not even focus on your twin flame for a quick second. It's like, oh my God, I'm amazing. And it just takes your focus off your twin flame, because all along you thought your twin flame was amazing, but meanwhile you were discounting everything you bring to the table. So I'm so excited for you. This is magic for you. Well, for both, but I'm getting like really for you. This is why you're having some time and space from your twin flame, so that the universe is revealing to you your awesomeness, because you weren't seeing it before. So yay! I love it. Okay. So why don't I announce the winner of the pick a card, because we are at 1 hour. My gosh, these are getting long readings. Is it because I talk too much? I didn't pick it, but do you think I should keep it? Yeah, right? I didn't do it last week, but you guys saw it come out, so I'm gonna take it. I felt I wasn't shaken enough though, but it came out, you guys saw, so this is the winner. Hannah S. The only reason why I say it that way is because I think you're a previous winner, if I'm not mistaken. Hannah S. I think maybe you got like one quick message, but regardless, everyone saw your name fell out, so the universe picked you. So we're gonna honor that, and we're all happy for you. Hannah S. Amazing. So you're gonna get the one card pick a card reading. Okay, so we're gonna finish off the reading with what's coming up for you and your twin flame. What's coming up for you and your twin flame? Let's take one more. Thank you. Knight of Cups. Ooh, date night. Someone's going on a date. The Chariot. Oh, I love it. 5 of Cups. So what I'm seeing here is that you and your twin flame, if you haven't already connected, like you're going to connect really soon because of the Chariot card. It's like fastest moving energy. So be open to possibility. Because what I'm seeing with the 5 of Cups, because we were talking about earlier the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups is focusing on the loss of the connection. So when your twin flame reaches out, to be very careful of what you choose, because you may be triggered. They may reach out to you and you're like, no, it's too late. No, you know, we can't fix this, or So the universe is really saying, don't do that. Because this is an opportunity that the universe is giving you to connect, to have like this date night. Or to, if it's not date night, it's just to really have like some really solid connection. So that's what's coming up for you. This is really exciting. And it's going to happen all of a sudden out of the blue. And things can develop really quickly, because that's usually what happens in twin flame connections. Once twin flames connect, it's like time warps. Like things get super fast. Things happen super fast when twin flames connect. So it's like where something has to take time to develop, like years, can literally, in a twin flame connection, will develop overnight. It's like time just speeds up. That's what I'm really getting with the Chariot card. So be open to this possibility of connecting with your twin flame, because they want to show up for you. Keep in mind, they're going through so much that the universe is showing them the way, showing them the path to love. So all this is happening behind the scenes. You have no idea what the universe is working on with them. It's to bring them back to you. So the Five of Cups is saying, focus on the love. At least focus on the possibility of peace. Because what I'm getting from the Five of Cups is that you just keep looking at what was lost. Like, no, too much time went by. This took too long. It's too late. Like, that's what I'm really getting with the Five of Cups. Like, you're coming towards it like it's too late. This is irreparable. It's not, can't be repaired. But the universe is giving you opportunity. So the Five of Cups is also two cups of love that are standing. The Two of Cups is a union card. So what this is clearly showing me is union, an opportunity for union. So it all depends on your outlook. Are you going to look at the glass half empty or half full? Because when you focus on the half full, it's this amazing energy of love, of romance, of what you've always wanted. Even to feel so desired by your twin flame, you're finally going to feel that. But you have to be open for it. You have to look at the glass half full in order to feel this, because this is the opportunity that's coming to you. The universe is rearranging itself to bring you to connect. So this is an opportunity for you guys to connect. So I'm so excited for you. I really like this reading, even though, you're dealing with some stuff and some triggers, which are never fun. I feel like overall, this is forward movement. This is development. This is like love. You want love? This is love. So that's exciting. So that's what I have for you. I really hope you enjoyed this week's Twin Flame reading. If this reading resonates, please do book your Twin Flame reading with me. I would be so honored to do your personal Twin Flame reading. Also, keep in mind there are the Innerchild Healings that are always available for you, as well as my 12-week online course on how to get into inner alignment in order to come into outer union with the Twin Flame. And all of these exercises and everything in this course is what I've used to help clients not only come into union, but stay in union. And I have clients who are so happy. Like, they message me, one couple that I always mentioned, her and her twin flame, but she always sends me pictures of their baby. And I have another client who they're just on such forward movement of their connection. Like, they're looking into moving in together soon, which is a big step for both of them, because they've been in this connection for, I want to say, 5 years off and on, and finally they're looking to move together soon, maybe even next year. So I want this for you as well. I want this for all of us, all twin flames, because we're all getting closer and closer to union. So it is my honor to help guide and just give you perspective on the truth of what's going on and the truth of unconditional love, because that's what they're meant for, is so that we can remember who we truly are, and that is unconditional love. So yeah, thank you again so much. Please subscribe if you want to be entered in next week's reading. Let's see, I'll have a task for you. Put in the comments below how my work has helped you. How my work has helped you. Please put in the comments below, and also mention that you want to be entered, even if that's entered again. I will do that for you, so you have more chances to win. So I want to thank you in advance for doing that, because that means a lot to me. And it will just give me this wonderful feedback of how well you're doing on your journey, because that's, I think, what we all need. We need to hear more success stories. So to be entered in next week's reading, please do share your success story and how I may have been a part of that, hopefully. So again, thank you all so very much. And until next week, I am wishing you all so much love and peace. Okay, Hannah S., this reading is for you. We are going to pull a card, pick a card reading for you and your twin flame situation. Messages for you. Okay, pick a card reading for Hannah S. Hannah S. Whoa! What do we have for Hannah S? So I'm just gonna pick one. I can't really see it because I don't have my glasses on. So I'm just guided to pick that one and put these ones back. We have the Two of Voices, also known as the Two of Swords. So you have a big decision to make. You're being pulled into two directions. One obviously being your twin flame, and the other is like someone else. I don't know why I see 3 people involved in your situation outside of you. So see, there's 2 people here and there's someone else. I feel like maybe it's a mother figure that is weighing in on you, on who you choose. Because if part of you feels like you're meant to be with your twin flame, but your mom doesn't approve, or your mom wouldn't be happy with that decision, or she doesn't support it, then that's maybe why you're hesitant on making the choice. And you're feeling like if you choose the person that she approves, that things will work out. But what I'm seeing here is that this is happening to guide you to follow your heart. Because only by following your heart will the choices that you make work out for you. When we're doing it to please others, we're not really truly happy, ever. So this is happening so that the universe is guiding you back into how to follow your heart and trust your heart. Because by trusting your heart and following the twin flame journey is like a risk, right? Because you don't really know what's going to happen. But what I'm seeing here is that when you follow your heart, it's always a win. It's always a win. In the end, and for everyone else concerned, it is a win. So I feel like you're also, there's a part of you that's tied to the idea that you always have to make the choice between two people. So, for example, this may have been a program for you as a child. Like, you always had to pick between one parent. Like, who are you closer to? Or who are you going to listen to? Or, so it's always like, it's always a choice between two people. Maybe you had like two best friends and you always had to choose between the two. Because that's what I'm really getting with this card and your situation, is that you've somehow just kept going with this program that you always have to pick between two people. And what I'm getting is that that's just something that you created as a pattern. And once you realize that it's a pattern from your childhood, from your past, it no longer has power over you. You've taken away its power because you've recognized it. You're like, oh, this is a pattern from my childhood. So the situation loses its power over you because you recognized it. You called it out. You're like, you're just a pattern. You're just something I made up in my head as a child. So I feel like there's something about your these two people that are very similar. Maybe the combination of these two people make the perfect person for you. That's what I'm getting. I don't know. So part of your, like, you put your twin flame together with this other person and you have like the perfect scenario. Maybe because this your mom or someone would accept this person into your life. So maybe you're wanting that, like you wish you could just merge these two people so that it would be accepted. But what I find too is that I'm being guided to say that once you fully accept your twin flame, the world around you will accept them too. So maybe the reason why your mom or this woman figure is not accepting your twin flame is because she's a reflection of you're not really convinced yet either. You're not convinced that it will work out, because maybe you and this mother figure are afraid of you getting hurt again or being betrayed, possibly again. So you're not completely convinced that you should end up with your twin flame. So it really is a matter of shedding that belief. Because once you fully accept your twin flame, or you just choose them, the world will shift, the universe shifts so that everyone accepts this person. The universe is only reflecting back to you the fact that you haven't completely accepted your twin flame, because there's something that you're blocking. There's something, maybe mistrust or fear or insecurities. So all of those are blocking any possibility. So once you let those go and you embrace your twin flame with unconditional love, you will see things shift in the outer world. And sometimes that means taking action and saying, okay, I choose my twin flame, so I am going to get together with my twin flame, and then the world, the universe will reflect that my twin flame and I are together. Yeah, you just have to align your thoughts, feelings, behavior, action with what you choose, and the universe like almost says poof and reflects back the reality of that. But if there's anything that is out of alignment with your choice, the universe reflects that back. So everything must be in alignment. You must be in alignment. We all must be in complete alignment with what we want in order for it to manifest. If one thing is out of alignment, we're out of alignment with our manifestation. Makes sense, right? Everything has to line up in order for it to happen, in order for us to manifest it. Everything has to be in alignment, especially our vibration. So when you're in a vibration of joy and happiness, that's when you're attracting love from your twin flame. But when you're in doubt, when you're insecure or in your fear, it just pulls you out of your connection, and you don't even feel connected to your twin flame because you're out of alignment. It's literally like, you're out of here. If any part of us is out of alignment, you're out of here. It's like, to be so harsh. But that's just the reality. If anything's out of alignment, it pulls us out of the connection. So our work is to always get back into alignment. Because I do see a happy ending for you. I do see this happy ending. See, there's this bright light in this doorway. You just have to have the courage to make the choice and trust that it's the right choice and that you are going to have your happily ever after. Because once you're completely on board, everyone else will be on board, almost like overnight. Meanwhile, you're like, you weren't accepting of them at first, and all of a sudden overnight they are. It's because it's your vibe. Once you put out your decision, everything else aligns with that, including the people in your life. It may take time, could happen quick, but whatever it is, the universe always supports your decision. So make it a good one. Make it the decision that makes you happy, makes you the happiest, so that the universe comes in and supports that. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Hannah. I really hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for entering. Who knows, you might win again if you put in the comments how my work has helped you. But yeah, like with all of your entries, I put your names back. So we'll have to see what happens. So again, thank you so very much, Hannah. And until next time, I'm wishing you so much love and peace.